And we were way too dark. Oh yeah, wait, there's some lighting on the go here. Today, this will be fun. It'd be cool to do quick live stream. But just gotta figure out a way to do it. Typing or Discord. OBS Ninja. Oh, okay. Cool. All right, chat. Hopefully we're good. I hurt my back earlier today, so I'm dead. And now we want to get... Oh yeah, no. Discord should be piping over to... Yeah, I had to turn it on. I have to enable teleport and set the levels. You should be good now. And I can set you up like whatever volume level we need. Someone do a... We need to do a quick... I think my audio is at like 60% of my stream, so that should be fairly clean. Hope so. Going out. That's the stuff. So we're here with Uniform. And we're going to be working on the... we're going to be doing some like QA/testing. We've been pushing updates. We have Uniform in testing the builds. We have the new ClickUp app installed. We have probably pushed, oh, I don't know, probably 30 bug fixes. If you look at my Blaine of just the last 2 days, right? New logo, whole new systems. If we go into Unforgiven, into Godot now, right? We have all the new icons for the different systems. I was working on the VoIP system earlier today, optimizing it as best as I can, and that's almost ready to go in. With the new economy system going, Planets Tech, main build, and of course systems we're working out of. So it's kind of cool seeing these with actual icons, and I'm going to kind of keep this template going now for the rest of the projects. So it'll be cool. Still got a lot more stuff to take out of planets, the import from Unity. And some of these, other projects can actually be archived once we get them working. I'm probably going to go back to this cargo project to just work on like the new cargo snapping, because we had to kind of figure out the offsets of where the cargo grids kind of start and end, and they're not like lining up to the middle, like the 0.5 meter central mark. They're kind of like offset. Cool. Alright, so let's see if that actually fixed the issue.
Just FYI, my audio is not going to the stream.
It is. I can see it. I can see when you're talking, it going out through the stream. I can turn it up a bit. Say something?
I can't hear it on the stream.
Weird. You're going out?
I can now. It's really quiet.
Oh, okay. So I just need to turn you up. I'll turn you up a little bit more. You should be at around the volume of just past the music now.
Hello.
So our asteroid field tech is now in the game, or in the Unforgiven Systems project. So those that are just playing the test build, they can actually go around now and play with the new kind of asteroid fields, and performance is just like we expected before. There's like 25. There's 250,000 droids mathematically in this field. And you know, we're going to keep that amount. We also don't want them to be cubes eventually, but this is fine for now. Just to kind of get something thick that we can go into and start kind of scanning around, looking for certain ores. Yeah, it's cool. So we'll see now on the test scene if we get the UI coming up in pink. Game manager fan, personal terminals work. So I might just push this build now, and we'll see if the money actually updates. Because what should happen is whenever that update is called, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to quickly use the washroom while I'm waiting for that to build. All right, and I'll get that uploaded. And it's uploading now. 2 minutes.
Hmm.
Alright, it's up. And we're at 184 megs now. We've gained 30 megs of bloat today. Or, I mean, new features. But let me know if that actually fixes the issue with the money updating.
Okay. I am free, just FYI.
Yeah, I'm just going to pop this out and capture it.
You could always pop out the entire channel and just full screen my screen.
Discord. Review live. Yeah. Yeah, that'll actually work. So I can actually record the QA. And what I'll do, I'll just yeah, we'll keep that same aspect ratio. I mean, I'll just cut out. You might want to see the code while I'm still working on it. We'll put you above my head doing testing. Yeah, did it say update?
It did.
Yeah, but did it say that the update was called in pink? Wait a second. Maybe? Hang on.
Mission complete, awarded 2,500.
Yeah, but it didn't, the UI itself. So hang on. So the mission system. Once it's completed, should emit the signal on update. But what is listening to the signal? Right, so this should be completed. This single should emit. That single should propagate to the game manager. Yeah, maybe, so if the game manager... Yeah, once we've added deliveries, and we've generated them, let's do deliveries. dot on update, we want this to actually trigger. So when deliveries request that an update needs to be made, we'll actually run our own. Yeah, update UI. So whenever we run the internal update UI, we emit an update UI to everything that's ascribed to it. So we need to chain our deliveries, yeah, to the update UI. So whenever we receive an update from deliveries, so this will get triggered by the delivery system. It'll force it to do an update UI. The update UI itself will propagate the signal to all of the stuff that's subscribed to the main game manager. So that's the issue, which will then tell individual subscriptions to kind of like, hey, go and update. Are we actually referencing our game manager here? I wonder if game manager update UI does that anyway to the subscriptions. Technically, we wouldn't even need to worry about the signal. You could just have the delivery mission system when it's going to be completed. We could still like accept this, but we could just, after we do the save, we could say, hey, game manager, update UI, which will trigger its on update UI to call. We add our credits, we save it, the mission's been completed, and that'll update all of the players that have subscribed to the. Yeah, okay, good. We'll still keep this delegate in case we want to like subscribe something directly to the mission delivery system. And that should be the actual bug fix. And we'll just do one mission ourselves and we'll see how that goes. And then we should be updating the money as soon as it's done. And then that can be QA'd. Hey, Munglo.
Hello.
Do you remember where the bounty mission system is here? It's right next to the terminal, right?
It's in the hangar, yeah.
It's crazy, man. In that cluster, there's 250,000 asteroids, and it's like flawless. Oh yeah, right. It's over by this. This one. Okay. Starting to pick up this here. Check our money. Okay, 200,000. Yeah, it worked. So it's now keeping track of it. So that's what we have to do. We just so yeah. So now we'll. What's a hologram so small? Hey, Dolan. We're doing QA today and going through a lot of bug fixes and just trying to make the build on systems a little bit more playable. Yeah, it's like certain angles, it's like super bright.
Whoa.
Hmm.
It just updated for me.
Yeah. You got the build but the fix. I just didn't realize it was the build but the fix. I didn't mean to update it for you.
It wasn't updating earlier. I didn't download a new build.
Oh yeah, I saw the
It just
message for that. I
magically
think
updated
all of
itself.
the other objects had to be rigid bodies. Like you wouldn't make them be fluid themselves. You can just have water running in other water.
Oh.
Yeah, only one bug. So I think that works. You know, we just did a mission. We're making money. Gravity area is freaking out. Those systems had to be redone.
I just did another mission. It didn't update.
When you did the next, okay, yeah. Yeah, some
Yeah, I don't have the build with
I'm putting that in
it
QA.
totally fixed. I think you haven't made the build of
Might add register on the.
it totally fixed.
Yeah, no, I need to give you this one. I might actually add a register. I do that now.
think it was because I started the game. That's why I did it.
Login. UI. Save scenes.
You can bring up the data pad while you're flying.
Yeah. Hey, Penny. Yeah, it's called this to register you.
Oh, I just lost gravity. Whee!
Yeah, we're probably gonna want email release for now. Are you making a box house again?
I did make a box house again.
This is too long. Retype password. So did it say like password again or something, or like confirm password. I think I like how we can make it a little bit. Or maybe we can just put it here as a placeholder text. Yeah. I don't know if that's more clear. Also, Fennec, let me send you a link. Is that the latest? Yep. Yeah, because I don't know like if I want to have registration be in this thing, but we'll see how we go with it. Yeah, let's look all this up. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Accept that real quick.
Whoa, no. Oh.
Okay, you should have access to that. And then you can join in. We'll do a multiplayer test here in a second. I'm gonna put the asteroid field in multiplayer too. Yeah, so it'll register. I am give it a save credentials. Okay. I should just have just auto expanding, but that's fine. All right, so email. First password, second password, the button for register, and the button. It's a very buggy build of just the systems online. Oh yeah, that's a little bit too transparent. Just logs in. Yeah, so in yeah, let me go into that template, make it a little bit more. So our panel style for the background needs to be a lot darker. It might be too dark, we'll see. Yeah, a little bit too online. Yeah, no, it's not too bad. Maybe we need to brighten it a bit because I want to have it transparent. Change character works. I gotta change all of the stuff for when we're actually logged in. Okay, space edit. I want to actually work on. Space edit doesn't have the main menu support. Because it doesn't have the main UI. What is the texture rec here for? Hey John, how's it going?
Hey Rav.
Yeah.
My screen in the OBS is down.
Is Dan?
Yeah, it's just a black square on the stream now.
Really? I'm watching it. I'm literally watching.
Oh, there it goes.
Ah, we're doing
It
good. Let's
updated,
see how the
nice.
bottles handles this. We're doing good. We're doing some testing. Uniforms in the universe, kind of going around doing some QA. We're kind of knocking through a bunch of QA, like kind of the backlog. Not adding any features. We're just testing out bugs, trying to get some of the main primitive gameplay mechanics online. Yeah, see, they're H-box containers are fine. These labels may be small, right? So far, it's good. Run around universe. We'll try multiplayer here in just a little bit, but I want to get the. Let's make these 12. Yeah, and these should be. And for these. Looking forward to seeing the state of things since the last time I was here. Oh man, there's been a lot of stuff that I've been kind of working on. They got the zone system kind of working now for players, so a lot of stuff on multiplayer is working. Uniform, do you want me like guinea pig here for multiplayer?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to. We might be a little bit off from the two builds, but I think it'll be fine. We'll use this build.
The build I have, or
Yeah, just the one you're in right now. There'll be some differences between this one and yours, but I'll get you to come in. I'm gonna bring John through a few some of the things we have working here in multiplayer.
so
Don't lie.
go to the multiplayer.
Yeah. And then just connect. Just pick your uniform, like your blue color you normally use, and then full screen it. And it's universe.monolithic.ca.
That's the issue.
What?
When typing IP address, it brings up the inventory.
Oh, ready to paste it in.
You have that correct, Rav?
Can't quite see. Let me. So I don't want to alt tab out of the game. Let me stay here.
Wait,
You're in? Okay, let's go. Alright, so here is uniform. Uniform, take out your multi-tool. Okay, here you go. Okay, crouch, look up. Crouch and like walk around. Just straight around to the left or right. What are you looking at? Okay. All right, just don't try to track me with it, because that's bug. We don't want to, you know. All right, uniform, follow me over here to the elevator. All right, so I want you to go and interact with the elevator and call it. I want you to go in, and I want you to meet me on floor 2. It's floor 3, uniform, you bugger.
It says 4-2.
Well, there's 0 index, okay? We're programmers here. Right, these all work now fully in multiplayer. Okay, come over here. All right, so uniform, you're just gonna watch because this is not authoritative yet. Can you go look at another terminal? Because you're stealing my terminal focus away from me, real quick. Stop looking at it. Oh God, who's this? It's Fennec. Fennec is in here too. Okay, everyone stop looking at this terminal. Okay, so I'm gonna spawn in 4 pieces of cargo. You guys can all see that on each of your builds. It's all synced in. All right, I'm going to, yeah, can you see me moving around the cargo on your build? Yep. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little ladder. And what I want you guys to do, I want you guys to jump up and you guys are going to jump up and actually jump on top of this thing before, while I'm holding it. You can see here is a uniform on a cargo box that I am holding and moving around. I'm just going to drop it over there. Uniform, I want you to push that cargo box around. Right, so he has authority to push it, but he doesn't have authority to tractor it. Right, so here, let me here, I'm going to put one here. Here, Fennec. Let me put one right here. Just jump over on that one. Okay, and then I'm gonna just hold one randomly here for you to jump over to. Cool, and it's all fully physicalized. I'm just gonna drop that down, and we're gonna move on to the next thing over here.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah, I know you're trying to track.
I picked up your box.
Yeah, you're trying to steal my box. You don't have authority, so let's go buy some chip components. Yeah, it's gonna keep snapping it back because you don't have authority. All right, so you guys all see the pile of components. They're all synced up. You can see me here moving mine around.
Yep.
All right, so what we're all going to do next, I want you to come over here, uniform, ahead of me, and hit O to spawn in your ship. Or is it P? I don't remember, but just spawn in your own ship. Okay, yep. I'm going to go to the front of the ship. All right, you go in and interact with the seat and jump in and get the ship powered up. Right, so you can see all the animations are working. All right, you take off and wait for us, and then I'll get Fennec to spawn in his ship, and just hover kind of maybe over here. Fennec is spawning in his ship. Okay, Fennec is taking off. All right, you guys are gonna follow uniform, and oh God, he got out. You might have to respawn another ship in. All right, I'm gonna spawn in mine, and we're gonna go down the planet. All right, where is who do we have hovering around here? Fennec, did you get uniform is already in warp. Fennec, did you get another ship? Oh yeah, so Fennec is spawning in a second ship for himself. And we're gonna go and find yeah. So it's click to jump in and P to power the ship up. I think the ship's powered up by default. Spacebar to go up, just like I say. So uniform is over on. Oh, what's the interact key? I think it's P to power it up. It's Y to get out of the seat. Oh, scroll up for your power. Your power might be down. So power is scroll
The
wheel.
interact key is mouse click.
Yeah, mouse click. Just click on it. Like look at the seat and click on it, and you'll get in. Yes, it's the left one. Is the pilot
Yeah,
seat.
left click.
Did he get it? Yeah, let's just just look at the left seat, and it should go green when you can interact with it.
There's a box
Oh,
on my seat.
there's a box that wait. Oh, one of the cargo boxes is blocking it. Push your ship over. Just hit Y, jump out of the seat, and just push your ship to the right a little bit. You should be able to kind of give it a little push. If I recall correctly, the last time you were messing with physics of the hand carts, probably spent quite some time. Yeah, I've got most of the stuff working like in like a multiplayer in a single player fashion for sure. I got all the zone system working for physics zones and like, it can very well be playable. That's kind of what we're working on now. I want to get what I call Unforgiven systems, which is this build, fully stable, in a playable sense.
I'm getting all types of errors in the
I
console.
know. Fennec, maybe come over like to the very end and spawn the ship in, like spawning another ship at the very, very tail end of the hangar. Oh, John, you should see the economy simulation. You'll really enjoy the economy simulation. Yeah, that's gravity trying to fix it. What is that error you're getting?
I exited the ship and I'm having that issue where I'm in the no gravity.
Oh, and no ref on the gravity area. Yeah, okay. Like I know what's causing it. It's my bad. Run away from the ship. Just go a little bit further. No, does it not?
No. I think it's because it also thinks I'm in the planet gravity, so it's like freaking out.
Okay. I don't know. Well, Fennec's ship disappeared. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna meet you down on the planet side. Is it like?
Oh, Fennec's ship's off to the right.
It's a real. Oh, okay, good. It's a real dynamic economy. It's everything I wanted SC to be. I'll show you. It'll make sense. It's all a real contract oriented. I'm like playing the game, looking at my stream. That's so funny. Oh, I see you guys. I see one ship. You say Fennec is down here, like on the surface?
No, he was hovering around the platform.
Like here, over here?
I'm like delayed, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh look, someone's here.
Yep, that's me. Full spherical gravity. I fire a few times, but don't shoot me. Show how synchronized all the rigid bodies are. Shoot.
I can't.
Why not?
My pistol won't let me shoot.
No, shit, you fool.
Oh, that's Finnick.
Oh, that's Fennec. Where are you? Oh, there we are, boys. There we are. I was like, where are you? If you get stuck in the ship gravity, just roll out from the side. You'll get bugs, but it'll be fine. Alright, so I'm here with Fennec, and we're on the planet, and there's Uniform. He's gonna go shoot us. Right? This is all working. Like, we're in a game together, you know? You could technically kill a ship. Where's Uniform? There's a buggy. I gotta put a bug.
Orbiting the planet.
Oh, Fennec's IK is like kind of broken. It's doing the bug where it's like not rotating and not. Yep, there's Uniform. Right. Cool. Yeah, we gotta get once we get the cargo boxes in. Whee. So this is Unforgiven space. Oh god. Right, so there's uniform. Oh, Fennec, go get in the uniform's co-pilot seat. It actually works, but it's kind of janky. Just pop in. Yeah, and just interact with the co-pilot seat. Oh yeah, right, the gravity. Just ignore the gravity's a bit jank. Make sure you get the right seat. It will work. Okay, so now we have uniform and Fennec. All right, uniform go. So it's a bit. I mean, like I said, it's a bit janky. It's fine right now, but just bring Fennec back and let him out. All right, jump out, Fennec. Y to get out of the seat. Maybe he can't get out of the seat though. If you get out of the seat, I don't know. I haven't really. Oh no, it's all working.
No, he got
See, it's working. It's just there's a bit of jankiness, but you know what I mean. You can play the game together. That's all that matters. Is we can create the sandbox. We have full planets. So I just see Fennec and the gravity like boom.
Oh god, Rav, your arm's like twisting backwards.
Yeah, I know. Phoenix is doing it too, and I don't know if it's the rotation not being aligned or if it's the like the
I
way.
think it's the gun not syncing.
Because like look up and down. Yeah, it's like yeah, something's doing really weird. You're on the wrong tab. I'll spamming Y in chat. Oh yeah, right, in his chat. Hey. So if they'd enter to bring chat up. Hello, this is Fennec. Boop. Right, so that works. You can close it. Alright, yeah, so cool.
I can't fire my handgun.
In multiplayer? No. Only the server
Yeah.
can. That's a new thing. Lance, we're oh my god, Lance. We have I don't know if you've seen Lance is one of our other patrons. Lance, scroll down to the tracker. So I have Uniform. Uniform's working with me playing the game and doing QA and some project management. And yesterday we sat down here and he went through as a player. Oh god, Uniform has attempted to tractor a player. Bad things are about to happen now. And we probably knocked through like 20 bugs. So our little mission right now is to stabilize the build. Is the plan? Oh, well, if I go back to the main menu here, space edit. I'm building all the tools into the engine, right? I know I just kicked you guys, right? My idea is to build out all of the tools that I'm using in the engine to craft the things in the engine. Prefab, snapping. I disconnected. I went back to main menu to show.
Yeah, you full on broke our client.
Oh yeah. It just completely dies. I want to show you. So Lance, what I've been doing. Yeah, because I need to add that the space edit. I finally went and got icons. So we have icons now. Check it out. We actually have the kind of the bad boy in the spacesuit. I'm gonna go bring these up. These are actually kind of nice. Let's do Unforgiven system. So here in assets, no more Godot icon. Now we have these new icons. And so I have a bunch of them, right, for each different type of project. So we have like the Unforgiven Systems icon, we have the gold crescent version, which is kind of like, and there's not just going to be like a pirate one, I'm going to do like a space trucker one, and one that's like a, the adult sign, the neon adult sign, it'll be kind of like that, like a few little things that are very kind of, there's going to be a cargo one where it's just like a cargo box. Just kind of, it's like a floating cargo box, right? But yeah, so I'm going to show you something. This is Unforgiven economy. And so this is a full contract based. That's a good bug, actually, the one you're reporting right now. So I want you to check this out. So I have a whole new interface I'm working on for this. So let's pause this, move it down, bring the simulation down here. So this is my economy system. I have this entire crazy, full, virtualized NPC system. So this is running a bit slow right now, so we're just going to hit play, let it run. So every single station spawns in ships, right? And they're all moving. So I want to show you kind of what's happening here. Every single one of these entities have a physicalized inventory and a physicalized list of contracts. So because the world has been born, everyone's starting off as a trading ship. We don't know what the dependencies are. The NPCs will exhaust themselves. They'll do 4 things, 4 jumps, you know? And then they'll retire. And then they'll spawn in a new NPC. But the new NPC will be randomly weighted depending on the needs of the economic models. Let me kind of show you this. So here in the universe, right now, we have these gas volumes. So there's like 1,600 units of hydrogen gas here. Over here, we have another 1,600 physicalized, as in they have a 3-dimensional coordinate because they're actually doing real transactions. What I mean is that there's no, like right now, there is a born space miner who was randomly born on this station. He is heading to that and grabbing hydrogen gas. So every one of these coming back to the station actually are coming back with their own, individual amounts, right? They're leaving empty. They're coming back with hydrogen. That hydrogen gas is coming here to this refinery. The refinery is now building up a supply, but it's building up a supply from real transactions, right, that are actually happening. And so this refinery station has each node has like a consumer or producer. So what this is doing, this refinery is converting hydrogen gas into hydrogen fuel, and it's just doing that every tick. I can adjust all of this, like how the refinery converts, like how this process happens. So simultaneously now, we have a pirate station. The pirate station, because it has a specific amount, can support, in this example, 20 pirates or 10 pirates. So the red guys that you see here are actually pirates. The pirates are actually going after the traders. When the pirates touch the trader, like actually get to the trader, they'll roll the dice and they'll either win or lose, and they'll take that cargo from the NPC and they'll bring it back to the pirate station. The second that piracy happens, right? Let's continue. And we're going to try to pause it here. So when the piracy happens, we have the security NPCs that have been born. The security NPCs are actually trying to track down the pirate NPCs. So here we have some action happening here, right? We have a security NPC going after the pirate NPC, and when they get to them, boom, right? They become a dead body. He's in demo mode. I'm in demo mode, I know. The red guys are salvage ships. The salvage ships go after anything that's died, right? Anything that's dead generates a salvage claim, right? You see these at the near stations, which salvage claims are available, but it's driven by a real dynamic economy. When the salvage claims exist, they go after whatever, they get accepted by these salvage NPCs. Any cargo that they pick up, they bring to the nearest station. So we'll see them go off, grab some cargo, and kind of, in this case, you're kind of fighting over things they need to be going after. So they're kind of fighting each other for resources. Here's a dead one over here, a dead pirate, and we'll actually watch a little blip of one of these NPCs pick them up in a second. Like eventually, he'll get picked up. Someone will take him. Right? So what's happening here is simultaneously we have asteroids, and the asteroids are being brought to another refinery. So here we should have like ice being converted into water, ore being converted into raw ore. On the planet side, we have farmlands, we have food, we have processed food being created, right? That is needed, and the idea is that each of these stations have a dependency system, and so it's a dependency inventory, same inventory system, right? Just set up as a dependency with a specific amount. The inventory of a dependency inventory is the minimum requirements. Very simple system. So that way, whenever the inventory level of the station itself goes below the inventory dependencies, the amount of units that it needs to function, then it creates contracts. So it creates groups of 8 unit contracts. So it doesn't matter how much cargo space you have on your ship. So, pretty much it gets low on food. We must have food. It'll create, let's say, 16 times 8, contracts of food. But you go there as a player, and you can go, technically, you can fill 100 SKU of food. So you're technically under the hood accepting, multiple contracts. It's just that we want the player pool and the NPC pool to be the exact same thing. Wait, did you say the pirate will take an NPC, then not take the cargo thereafter, before griefing them? No, it'll take the cargo. They won't have any reason to go after them otherwise. So the idea being is when this, like, NPCs by default are kind of moving around looking for things to do, burning through their own resources, but the second contracts start getting created, when the NPC hits that station, it'll accept those contracts and go do those contracts, right? And then this way, like if a station suddenly needs a whole bunch of hydrogen fuel because it's low, it'll only create contracts for what its needs are. So and each contract has like an expiration. So that way, like, one NPC doesn't accept them all and then go off and never finish them in time or whatever. It kind of distributes the pool up. And this system will always have 1,000 NPCs, right? Because it's designed to physically function on 1,000 NPCs, headless, running at like 3% CPU, nothing crazy, and all the production consumption and everything. And my approach is that we run this simulation for each star system, and we always have 1,000 NPCs, so that way we scale up the influence and scale down the influence instead. Right, so that way, it's still a realistic economic model, and we can still have all the combat and everything. This will evolve to be a little bit more like farming, consumption, and production, things like that. But you in the universe, when you're playing on the real server, like this is happening in real scale. This is just a simulation of it, and as you're moving around, your game server is just seeing a reflection of what's happening on the real economic system. So, but the idea being is if you go to a station and you see a whole bunch of salvage claims, you can actually you could figure out like, oh, there's a whole bunch of crime in the system because what's creating the salvage claims, right? What's destroying these ships? And if a pirate like survives the law for a whole bunch of cycles, that pirate gets like more renown and more renown and more renown, and then they're worth a lot more money. So when you go to the bounty board and you see a random bounty for a random NPC, right, like that NPC reward is tied to like a real pool simulation. Anyway, that's the economy rant. I just been making it be very easy to click on things because it's kind of hard to click on stuff that's like so tiny. Yeah, I think it'll be a good system when it's done. I've been working on all these different transactional systems. I don't know what else is in here. There's a bunch of stuff, but that's the economy. Yeah, and the other thing, John, here, let me show you let me show you the other project. This is called Unforgiven Planets. This is all the planet tech stuff. I'm going to give you just kind of a tour. It's very bad, but it'll make sense when we kind of get there. The asteroid stuff is already in the main build, so you don't really need to see. I don't need to show you flying around, I guess I probably could. Here, let me show you the asteroid scene real quick. right? So this is kind of this is what started this kind of performance hunt that I went on. So check this out. These are full quad tree based asteroids. They're all, you know, intermediate meshes. I'm getting 500 FPS here. These are all on uh, they're all on GPU, and like there's literally hundreds, you know, hundreds. There's literally 256,000. There's tons of these, and you know, and I've added this little tiny volumetric volume here that we can kind of go into, kind of like the asteroid ring. And I'm getting like 600 FPS.
Uh-oh.
Because I want asteroid mining to be like really cool, you know, and really soupy. What's up?
I may have gotten myself stuck on the tractor beam.
Oh, and let me go back to what Lance was just saying, because I have something else. I have something else I think Lance hasn't seen yet. Awesome to see the simulation come along, but comparison to my project pretty simple, but I'm still learning a lot. I'm finally getting comfortable with state machines. Hell yeah. Watch, I need you guys to see this. You ready for this one? I still have all the other projects running. I haven't even closed anything. So I just want to show you this. This is my... I'm experimenting with fully multi-threaded block, like chunking systems that are feeding uniforms into the multi-mesh shaders. So the feeding of things into the multi-mesh shaders are fully threaded, and then the generation of the blocks are fully threaded. And I want to show you kind of this little prototype. So check this out. This might not make much sense, but what you're looking at here, every one of these squares is a meter. They're all totally random. These are all meshes completely on GPU. And this is a noise algorithm. It's just simplex or a Perlin, and it's really basic Perlin. It's going to have a lot more height to it. There's 6 different buildings, 12 total configurations. Sounds like you're getting far into it. Oh, thanks, Swinglands. But in this example, you'll notice something interesting about it is that, so what this will be, I can show you the final art for this, but every one of these will be a city block, right? A city block where we'll spawn in random GPU shaders for light trails and stuff. It's meant to be like a low-fly zone. But here's the thing, I can go forever. Yes, it's 3D noise using 64-bit coordinate system. There's no it'll always be the same no matter where you go in the universe. So, you know, and all I need to do now is spherically project it. You know, fully unlimited, you know, high performance, what will eventually be cities. So this will be cool. Right now, as we're getting, like, the thing is, like, obviously you're seeing like a chunk horizon here as an example, but if every one of these is actually 1 meter, and in reality these are like 128 meter blocks, you know what I mean? That we're actually looking, what we see on the very tail end of this is at render distance. We're talking like 16 kilometers. You know, I want to kind of start getting into the curvature at that point where we're just going to be culling everything and blending it into the, you know, the distant fog, right? So there's no yeah, so basically I made an airport. It's called Neon City. It's going to be more like a Nar Shaddaa. But yeah, right, here's the system for rendering. What will it actually look like? Well, it'll look more like something like this. Let me show you. Let's go into the planet's import process here. You're gonna give the flatters a run for your money. This is very early, you know. I don't plan to finish the city anytime soon, but just gotta wait for it to load. We'll probably start closing out projects. Because I still have, like, you know, I'm still, all while I'm doing that, I still have 250,000 asteroids running. Okay, so are we caught up? Yep. And we'll bring this down. Yeah, so all we need to do is just a bit more work on multiplayer. Godot, as lightweight as it is, when you're loading what I'm loading, not that lightweight. Yeah, so check out. These are all old prototypes. Yep. So this, with all its glory, will eventually be what we're looking at. Right? It'll be the background. Right? It'll have planetary fog. It'll have a low render distance. It'll be this forever, like different types of buildings, different, and these are all very primitives. They just use a material, right? So that when you're kind of close, you have your emission, and when it's lit, you know, you just have your bump, and then, you know, it's just meant to be background. You know, it's not meant to be like fully traversable. It's just meant to be like when you're down on this planet at the landing zone, you know, and you're walking around looking at the windows, that feels like this insanely corrupted, you know, like overrun cyberpunkish kind of location. Right? This is all fodder for the right, and each one of these zones, right, the zones will be like baked into one mesh, and it'll be like the zones that are kind of, you know, spawned. Yeah, that's what I added to the build this week. I added a whole octree system, lance, because I want to use, yeah, there's a bunch of cool stuff. I even, oh, Lance, and check this out. This is what's new on the main build. It's simple. Here in, this is one I added from scratch. Patreon login, this little scene here. So I just hit play. Because we had this on the website, but watch, I can just hit this. It just pops up. Let me just, I'll leave my browser up for a second. Let me just replay here. So this will be like more of a convenience thing for the future, right? But now it'll just automatically launch, right? When you click on I'm just doing it, but you click a button, sign in with Patreon. This will link to the Patreon. Uses full OAuth 2 workflow. So let me just move this over. So the Unforgiven space client, would you like to, right? So this looks up your email pretty much, right? That's the only thing that it has access to. You allow it. Boom, login successful. You can close this window, and now it's, you know, it's grabbed your access token, and you're good to go. And then I can then tell the, you know, because we do have full access to the universe server, but I can just kind of verify it. So at least when I'm testing stuff, like kind of like offline, or just testing something in these builds, you know, where we just want to save it locally. You know, I just want to get the HAB system working. Don't really care about it being online right now. Don't want to build up a bunch of backend infrastructure for it just for the purpose of testing it. Then we can just, you know, I can just boom, you log in with Patreon, check your claim. It will just automatically, you know, like configure your habitation module and allow you to save it. So that'll help, right? So I whipped that up early too, and there was a bunch of other cool stuff. But anyway, we can get back to actually working on the game now. But anyway, that's my squirrel, John. That's my squirrel. That's my show and tell. And that's not even the main. All of this is not the main project where all the final art is. Rehosting it. I have OVH, so I have dedicated Xeons that I'm renting through OVH. And right now there's one in Toronto, so I'm just going to regionally buy a few of them. And I'm looking into Agnes. Agnes is yeah, hang on. Yes, thank you. Um, yeah, so Agnes is a really cool dedicated, it's pretty much like a Kubernetes system. So it's right, it's a Kubernetes system that has beep, right, that has a C# API. Right, so in the C# SDK, pretty much I can build up the infrastructure that's kind of doing auto deployments of the Godot kind of like servers, because the idea is we have the main build of the game, that's for anything. Then each star system is like its own PCK file, so it's kind of like its own whatever the Unity equivalent would be. So I want to build a on the fly, spin up that build with whatever associated star system that it needs to run, like whatever universe, and then have a full like dynamic monitoring system, and then kind of like use pretty much a full like middleware kind of like network operation system to kind of like make the servers be able to like communicate with the infrastructure and scale themselves appropriately. But this will take a lot more. Like we'll dive into this more on the stream when we get like deep into it. But that'll be the idea, right? Is to be able to kind of scale this stuff up and scale it down dynamically. So that'll be like so I'll be spending up more time integrating that into the Godot build. But that's the idea anyway. So that we can have all of our dedicated servers spawning and despawning, having all of our metrics. Because we also need to be able to kind of link like game server state to the web RTC system, because we're doing VoIP, and things like that. Cool. It's all open source, yeah. Right. So that's my plan. There's still like there's other solutions too. Like I mean, you can just Dockerize Godot instances anyway. But I need to I want to be able to make sure that it can manage itself. Like Ubisoft is a one of their main proprietors of this kind of stuff too, as far as like people that are like kind of funding it. Right, so it's being used at Ubisoft. I don't know what projects they have really. There's no kind of real but we will be diving way more into this stuff as we go, as time goes on. And now for uniforms, the cargo missions. So do you need to build the test cargo missions uniform? Yeah, don't reinvent anything. You know what I mean? Everything's been done. Because we don't want to do the UI path for trolling right now. Cargo boxes. The cargo grid system needs to be the next thing I work on. And the gravity areas. Yeah, this can be deleted. Because we're fully reintegrating this. Buying and selling. So, yeah, buying and selling cargo is not really an error. It's just that we're not actually taking the prices into effect, because their prices are pretty much the same right now for buying and selling, because we haven't tied the inventory in. So we can transactionally be like, okay, we've just bought this, we're going to sell it, but there's not going to be a markup right now. We just want to be able to move this stuff and complete the cargo missions. What are we cooking today, boss? Zero, we are going crazy on bug fixes. The amount of stuff that I've added to the build in the last, like I highly recommend just going into the Discord and looking at the tracker for just the last 2 days of stuff. I have uniform here, going through gameplay testing everything and kind of just giving feedback. All the asteroid tech has been ported to the game, to the Unforgiven Systems build, so the latest build of Unforgiven Systems, which we're just pushing every single couple of minutes at this point. We just fired up some KCD2. What's KCD2? Okay, KCD. Oh, okay. Oh, the new Kingdom Come Deliverance. Oh yeah, I would love the first game for that, man. Dude, switch from Newtonsoft to switch from JSON to Newtonsoft. Why don't we use text JSON? Yeah, it's Choo Choo. The great thing is, like, we just had Fennec and Uniform. What was I doing with the custom user agents? Like, why? Check this out as well. These are just some of the things I was working on lately. I know, have you seen the city generator that I posted? I guess I can't really do this until I actually finish the basis. Okay, that'll need to be fixed, but let's go to Unforgiven Planets. I guess in case you haven't, let me, I'll just do this one real quick. It's over 0. This is the planet tech stuff I'm working on lately. I'm hoping to have 4 of the planets in by the end of the month. So this is the city generator that I'm working on. Fully threaded. Spawns unlimited using 3D world noise based on the world position. And every one of these will be a city block. Every little kind of, you know, I gotta get the spherical projection of the stuff working, so. But that was added on main build. I'm adding the register UI. I have a new Patreon login built right in. So if we hit play here, right? This will now automatically pop up a browser. I'll just leave it open for a second. And then just relaunch it again. Right, so you just hit play, it'll pop up. Unforgiven Space Client would like you to access your identity. Allow, it automatically checks your claim, signs in, brings back a token, and now the client has been authorized, and it knows, you know, whatever it needs to for doing some of the habitation testing without having to rely on the game server infrastructure to be in place. Right, I can just have it save it to local for the time being, but yeah, I can test out a lot of the customization stuff. So at least now, like, I can just make, you know, you can just log in with Patreon. It'll automatically look up your account based upon, you know, your Patreon ID, which, you know, will be verified, and then, you know, boom, you're into the game. So, and then, you know, you just save it. So little things like that help. But yeah, we've been going crazy at this stuff. Oh yeah, absolutely. So now we're building our own like mini data centers at a few places around the U.S. Oh, cool. I feel like, yeah, the cloud's one of those things that people are gonna like rely on it for a little bit, and then after a while, like, maybe we should kind of have our own infrastructure again. I feel like the trend will probably start moving towards maybe people, you know what I mean, should have their own infrastructure again. Oh yeah, I'm actually like way not caught up on Twitch. Yeah, we tried to run our project in AWS and burned through like 5K credits in 6 months. Yeah, exactly, right? So now we're building our own mini debt. Yeah, right. Just a lot of, I don't know, man. Like the old days of just having your own stuff. You know, there's still a lot of validity to it. I mean, it's nice if you don't want to be responsible for it. Like, if you just want to pay the price of just throwing the responsibility somewhere, cool, you know. But you know, I have some networking background, so I mean, why not just do it ourselves, right? And if it, you know, if I need to, I can help. I can just consult in, you know, the automation of that, at least with my own infrastructure, and then hopefully that works well. I haven't seen any, you know, there's no writing on the wall that was just nothing that I'm doing is going to not work. You know, we're not doing crazy server meshing. We're, you know, every jump gate goes to another instance. You know, we're supporting, you know, 25 35 players per. It'll be like Sea of Thieves, right? Many different Sea of Thieves instances, right? It'll give you enough player visibility with other players, right? It's just, you know, we don't really need to go crazy. Don't need to go crazy to make a cool space game that kind of can, you know, hopefully actually finish itself. No, must go crazy. Well, then you got to keep testing. There's more shit you got to test then. Okay, so terminal. We have to. We could network the. Yeah, we could actually do that. Let's. Yeah, the com. Yeah, so com satellite has active. We want the com satellite to be. Yeah, we could actually network the communication satellite testing. Yeah, what's that? And kind of set this up for both multiplayer and so we'll still have these startup and shutdowns for each of the lights that are on it. And then we're going to kind of get this thing set up here. So let's synchronize. So we have our lights. But in reality, so we have a color for disabled and color for enabled. So we're always going to have those references. But it's going to be the light color of each of the lights that are going to need to be synchronized, or it's going to have to be an actual, you know, property that's on the class that we kind of like say, hey, for each of these, we want to, for each client, we want to go ahead and change this. So it depends on how we want to synchronize it. If we want to just manually go through each light and synchronize the light color, or we just synchronize the state that is continuously, you know, going to kind of update. And I think what we'll do for the satellite, because the satellite's going to become, you know, another whole thing anyway. So we're going to do found satellite. Let's go find it. Let's go find our satellite. And so this is our satellite, and there's two lights. We have a turned on state, a turned off state. And I think this will be a good one to kind of, we'll just get our satellite system. It should have a mission. We should probably drive a mission into the positive, and then we won't have to worry about. What'd be funny is a space game that the satellite goes out area. I know. No, dude, that's how it is. The ships in Unforgiven space aren't smart enough to do long distance quantum calculations for like some of this stuff. Like the idea is that you have a navigation computer on your in your ship, right? That navigation computer has cassettes, right, that are used for like data, like data storages. When you've done a route for the first time, right, like you have that route, and your navigation computer is much easier able to do the calculation to kind of make a jump happen, right? And it works fine. But if you're a good person and you're connected to the satellite network, you know, that then you have this small bit rate, you know, connecting to the satellite network that's connecting to the stations, and the stations can help you, right? They can help you with these routes, right? Because they have like scanning arrays, and they're kind of like, you know, they're like lighthouses, right? They're kind of you know, doing the job for you to kind of make sure that you're kind of safe, or to make sure in this case their assets are safe because they don't trust you. So that's why corporate interests were always in kind of making sure that. So that means that stealing someone's cargo is important, but you could steal someone's data. You could hack into them, pull all their trade routes, you know, and all their navigation data from their navigation computer, stick it into your own, and now you have that data, right? And it becomes interesting. It's kind of like swapping some cartridges, because as a silent runner, as someone who's a criminal, you know, depending on what route you're going to, you're going to need to come across these, you know, these you're going to have to find the data for this stuff, or you know, you're going to be in trouble. It's going to be a lot harder. You're going to be navigating kind of not by wire, but you know, like you're not going to your ship navigation system is not going to be able to keep up with the speed that it could if you already had this information. Yeah, so we could do a multiplayer synchro announcement, and we will just kind of yeah, because we could just synchronize the state, right? We could, if it's active or not, right? And then when active is changed, now in this case, could make it public. But only in the sense that we can read it, but we can't change it. So we'll set up all the light arrays on single player, and we'll set up like colors on single player. We'll give these an export. Category, we'll call it satellite. Points. Yeah, and we won't like, yeah, like this shouldn't be changing the lights. We'll just have set lighting, and it'll just do it depending on what the actual state is. And then this will be changed. So we'll do we'll shut down instead.
Ah.
These are going to be pretty much the same. I just want to leave in these kind of like offline multiplayer versions of it.
Rover does not like driving on the planet.
Yeah, you gotta go. Yeah, take your time. And the actual shutdown itself will be fully authoritative. Oh, you're done for now? Okay, cool. Let me do that. Yeah, so well, after it's all done, so only on authority will we actually shut it down. Kind of like we want to set so any client can request for it to shut down, and then we'll check and make sure that only the server is responding to the request, and then the RPC will be called from only the server to do the shutdown. The shutdown will happen only as authority, applying to the server's own version of it, and when the server is done shutting down, which is only on authority, it'll then send the RPC of set the sync the lighting, which could be like sync comray or whatever, which will then go ahead and undo the thing. So here we'll finally set our local active to be false, and then sync the lighting, which runs this one on every client. So ask the server, hey server, I would like to turn this thing off. Server turns it off, and then server says, hey, all other clients, this is how the lighting is going to look. And like I said, we could just run the RPCs. We don't need these, but I like to keep these in here to just test multiplayer, because in multiplayer you're always the server. So this will just run like this and then set lighting, which is fine, so it'll still work in normal multiplayer. But then for on the server, but this should be fine. So if I shut down with this startup. Right, and as long as that active is being synchronized. Yep, have a good one, Uniform. Thanks again. I'm about to test in multiplayer the comm satellite. If you want to just see it turn off and on in multiplayer. Oh yeah, no worries. I don't know if it's gonna work. We're gonna find out here. You would need a new build. I'm just gonna kind of. Where is it? Oh, there it is. All right, let's see if I can turn it off with two. So from a distance, we should be able to see the green. And what I'm hoping will happen, I'll join in as Revere, and I can see that it's green as well. I'm going to spawn in my own ship. I'm going to go and shut it down, and we're going to see if everything replicates. So it should be only the server, because then we can actually get the comm system stuff more established from the gameplay perspective. Wherever the satellite is, right here. Alright, so it's definitely green. Alright, chat. Moment of truth. Let's see if turn it off. Oh, it's working! Look on the left screen. Oh wait, hang on. It turned off. But it definitely messed up because we saw it go red. Like we saw it go. Yeah, it definitely went red. But it's not liking something that we're synchronizing. Oh wait, maybe the value is actually changed. Yeah, this... Nope, we want to re-add just active and only on change. Have you started tackling visibility filters? Not yet. Have you started? I'm hoping that it was just because the thing was, nah, I read it by again, it seems simple enough. Post. Like, we shouldn't need a spawner for those, but I'm ultimately gonna have a spawner for everything because I want the whole kind of universe to just spawn in like lazily. Alright, so we can see the green light from here. Why am I still in gravity of sorts? And it's off. And it's on. Okay, so when we turn it off, there's like, it sends one. I've been spending yesterday and today getting friendly with Basis. Gotcha. Yeah, I really don't like the ClickUp app sometimes. Yeah, this is like a totally irrelevant problem. Every once in a while it struggles. The nut buffer. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I need to get rotation under control for simple fake IK script. Gotcha. Yeah, like that issue is weird. You're off. And like, maybe I'm not actually setting it active or something. Hang on a second. If we're active, then it's going to be enable color. Yeah, otherwise, it's going to be disable color. When we're starting it up, it's going to be true. It's going to be false. Yeah, that should be fine. Hey, my nerves. That's how it sounded. How's it going? Let me give you a shout out. This is it. We're multiplaying. We're adding stuff to multiplayer. Yeah. So our both requests. So the request to shut down. Oh yeah, right. And for the request. Yeah, send to one that we would like to request startup. Wait, why am I sending myself? What am I doing? Once we've done, we have this in sync later. Cool. Let's shut down. Yeah, we want to send the actual RPC startup. Yeah. So we would like to over the server. We are okay. Go ahead and send it. And then go ahead and sync the lighting. It goes good. And of course, the close enough to matter would be like fully up to you to implement. Yeah, right? Anyway, Ray, let's give this a go. Something with that panel is bugged. It's like not clearing the selectable when we click on it, but totally relevant problem. All right, let's go look at it because the elevator system works perfect now in multiplayer. So you can see the green light of the comm ray. All right, let's. We got to make the ship spawn in facing the direction of the player. Really, we actually got to get the actual real ship spawning working. That was awesome. Thanks for helping me to set up the camera. Yeah, I was like, you got a good enough card. You shouldn't need to worry about like green screen stuff. Like this stuff works great. All right, so you can see my ship over here flying around. All right, we're gonna get out. And let's go. And shut it down. I've already seen a bug. Whatever this bug is, it's not even the same bug. It's something totally different. It's off. Hmm. Yeah, it's like, what's it doing? There's two errors happening here. So it's shutting down okay. I don't know why it's trying to clear the selectable. Yeah, the benefit though is that if it works as it sounds, doing visibility filtering, but really nice avoid sending data where it needs to. I think I'll set it up for chat, do global and like area channels, so global's always visible. To learn when the documentation lies, yeah, because the documentation like always lies. Yeah, like why is clear selectable not working in multiplayer? Shutdown startup. Request shutdown. Request startup. Like organize stuff now. Alright, so for the request startup, what are you doing? If we're not the server, we're returning. and then it'll do everything else for the logic, and then relay the actual startup. So shut down, it's false, startup true, when it's done, we're gonna sync the lighting, which is gonna go to everything. And then we're good. I don't know why there's that one bug. Alright, last one, and then we're gonna take a break for the afternoon. There's something bugged with the panel, but it's not why it's not working. That's a new bug for future me. Alright, let's look up at the satellite. Find ship. Yeah, exiting the 0G sucks. And it's what's bugging us out. Perfect. Right, so this way there's like 3 levels of RPCs here. I know like you can do a lot of this with the same RPC and then state check on it. But the way I like about this methodology for a lot of this stuff is that it's the authority is very clear in the process. Right, like I have these kind of original functions left here to kind of do what we would if we were just playing, you know, single player, you know, normally. But when we really want to do something, we send the RPC to 1, which is always going to be the authoritative server, saying we want to request the shutdown. The request of the shutdown, any peer can run it, and it's not called locally because we would like for this to only eventually get to the server. So anyone can say, I would like to request for the shutdown, including the server. If we're not the server, we're just going to return at this point because people, you know, if we are the server, we're going to run the true shutdown, as the true shutdown is only authority and is only happening on the server world. When the active state is finally changed on the server, you know, because anything I want it to do authoritatively here will do, you know, anything we want to change or the way it works. Anything with the request, like we can actually do a bunch of checks and balances on the actual peer. And then finally, when it's done, we're just going to relay the RPC sync lighting, which is any peer, you know, local, and just, you know, just make sure the lighting itself gets changed. As in reality, all we care about is that we receive it on the server and we change the server's version. We only care about the server's version of active or the server's version of the properties because it's all being relayed through the multiplayer synchronizer anyway. Right, so anyway, like three kind of RPC layers, but it makes things so much easier to kind of deal with when you're separating in your head what's running only on the server, what is running on the client to request information from the server. Yeah, I write the code the same, like host or not, it goes the same way. Bad things with that is that when the host calls RPC locally, the peer ID is coming in to 0. Yeah, we check. So yeah, and that's why like on the single player side of this in the very beginning, like just making sure you're never sending to 1 if you're the server. Because then you gotta like, you know, I don't know why, like there's no easy way of like allowing the hosting player to just not like, but I'm eventually not going to ever have the server be a player whatsoever. The server is just going to be headless. Just, it makes it so much easier for testing right now. And I don't really need to set lighting anymore because, you know, this is going to happen with the RPC. But at least with this setup, keeping the native functions and assuming is server, which means it's the single player instance, at least you can kind of keep single player logic and still maintain multiplayer logic. but it's still a bit convoluted, but you know, it works really well. So, all right, so now the satellite, so we can actually test that. And I still don't know why the gravity is just being weird with this. The ship gravity on exit is pretty much doing a null ref continuously. Because the ship doesn't have a gravity area, that's the issue. Yeah, I don't even, yeah, the ship gravity areas, this thing gotta like really change. Yeah, exactly. That's like my prerogative too. I'm like, I don't, you know, not yet, soon, but I really want to get the gameplay mechanics soon. I think the guys enjoyed the last couple of days of having this stuff work. So I'll end it with a build that everybody can play. Yeah, I set up like a dedicated server preset for it all, with the Linux version, and it's pretty good. Like it does like strip out a lot of the meshes, and you know, like I just like haven't deep dived into it. But if you guys aren't following All My Nerves Gaming, you should give them a follow. Slowly growing up the affiliacy. Alright, and let's go upload this, and we will call it. We'll go find someone to raid. I like trying to do a multiplayer, like every week if I can get more things multiplayer, you know, like add it to multiplayer working. Patreon builds. There we go. It'll be great. So there's something to do collectively. Okay, it's up. Yeah, that's not bad for this week. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get ready to raid someone. I'm gonna end it here on. We're end it here on YouTube. Just as a reminder that most of all of this development is fully funded, you know, by the community. So if you guys are interested in helping it project, it's just patreon.com/monolithic. Right, $5 kind of puts you right, and you know, pretty much like there's so many more builds. I just haven't done a Patreon post of the builds, right? But pretty much every few weeks, right, we just post updates to the Patreon of everything that we're doing, and like highlighting it, and with the goal of ultimately getting the game to the point that it's fully playable in multiplayer. So you guys can you can join for free as well. If you just want to get a progress update, and $5 gives you access to the game and reserves your handle, and $10 your own little habitation module. This is not done yet at all, so it's it's just your own mileage. Fun, but you believe in. And yeah, that's the best way to help out the game and make it a reality. And like I said, we've done, man, I don't know how many builds today. It's been good. This is the click up of just today's activity. If I can go to the log, it's been yeah. Is there like a log version of the of all the things done today? Yeah, I gotta find a way to actually showcase where we are with what we've pushed. That's what we need to do. How do I see what we've done within the last date range? Or date done within a range? I don't know. Date closed? No, because it's not a closed, it's just in this task. Yeah, I had to figure that out. But anyway, I'm going to end it here on YouTube and go find someone to raid.